This is Fredericktown Blackcats football on KDKZ Channel 18.
And just about set to go here. Finally got the referee's whistle. So lefty steps into it, a line drive kick. They let it go back to Parrish, taking it to 20 across the 25-30, still on his feet. Bounces to the outside across the 35-yard line. Finally pushed out of bounds at the 39-yard line, and the Fredericktown Blackcats will have it 1st and 10 at their own 39. What a night for football. A little different look from you, not from the sidelines anymore, but up here in the booth with me.
Yeah, it's a little bit different view up here, a little bit higher up. It's kind of strange to be in this stadium tonight and not be down on the sideline.
The offense for Fredericktown led by Colton Rakup, Mike Parrish, and Noah Karokas. Clark Piniel, Ethan Flanagan, Seth Lout, Kenny Couch, Seth McDowell, Braden Lee, Isaac Starkey, and Josie Fryer. Referee's holding up things here for just a second. And now we're set to go. Rakup in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Puts Karokas in motion. Hand off to Karokas off the near side. Breaks a tackle at the 40, still on his feet. Falls forward to the 46-yard line. A gain of 7 for Karokas. See if they can get his name right half the night.
I know the feeling.
See if you got my sheet here. Nope. Shotgun formation once again. Rakup back to pass. Now he's hit from behind and sacked back at the 36-yard line. Gonna lose 5. He was looking down the field for his wide receiver Clark Piniel. Nothing doing there. Good coverage by Perryville. They'll spot it at the 37, so a loss of 4. Bring up a 2nd down. 3rd down and 12 for Fredericktown. Shotgun formation once again. They put Karokas in motion, fake the handoff, give it to Fryer off the right side, breaks a tackle at the 40, dives forward out across the 45 to the 47-yard line. It'll be close to a 1st down, but going to be short. Going to spot it at the 47, they need the 49, so 2 yards short. Will they go for it? Looks like they will. The offense stays on the field. 2 wide receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Fryer behind Rakup. Rakup goes forward, hands off to Fryer, stayed ahead. Great defense by the Perryville Pirates defense. Nose tackle stood up his man and was able to bring Fryer down at the 46-yard line. A turnover on downs. And Perryville with a good defensive stand to start off this game. They'll have it 1st and 10 at the Blackcat 46-yard line. Hadler breaks the huddle. Empty backfield. 1 wide receiver to the left. Double wing set here. Now he goes under center. Man behind him now put a man in motion. Hand off to the fullback straight ahead. And they try to push the pile. And great defense by the Fredericktown Blackcats. And they'll lose 2 on the play. Hadler handed that ball off and then pulled it back out of the stomach for a loss of 2. 2nd down. They're giving forward progress to the 47, so be a loss of 1. 2nd down and 11 for Perryville. That's right. Hadler goes under center, 1 wide receiver to the right. 1 man behind him in the backfield. Now they put a man in motion, pitch to the tailback, breaks a tackle at the 45, falls forward to the 40, and a fumble. And Fredericktown says they have it. Let's see what the referees say. Perryville says they're down. No signal as of yet. Ball's at the 37-yard line. Turnover. And Fredericktown gets the ball on the fumble. And they dodge a bullet there as they turn the ball over in their own zone. And good defense got the ball right back.
Really good defense. And that's one thing that Perryville's going to have to do. They want to be successful tonight. They're going to have to take care of the football. They're going to have to cover up all the points and make sure that they hang on to the ball.
Seth Lout comes a wide receiver to the near side. Throw quickly, to Ethan Flanagan, and in and out of his hands. Incomplete.
You see that so many times in high school football. They want to take off running before they ever make the catch.
He absolutely did. He jerked that head around to the front and was headed north, but forgot one thing. Trips to the right this time. 2 wide receivers come to the near side. Mike Parrish in the slot, along with Seth Lout to the near side. Rake up back to pass. Throws to the far sideline, looking for Karokas at the 43-yard line. That pass overthrown, incomplete. So quickly it's 3rd and 10 for the Blackcats. No huddle for the Blackcats. Michael Parrish goes in the backfield now in the shotgun for Rakeup. 2 wide receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Rakeup once again tries to run it off the right side. Hit behind the line of scrimmage at the 34-yard line. Taken down there for a loss of 3. And it'll bring up a 4th down and 14 for the Blackcats, and they're going to keep the offense on the field at their own 34-yard line. 4th down and 14. Parrish in the backfield with Rakeup. Now he steps back, and Rakeup gets off the punt, and not a very good one as the ball goes out of bounds at the Perryville 45-yard line. And not a very good punt there. Not a good start for either offense.
I'll tell you what, that's going to pay dividend later in the game. If you notice all the green jerseys just running off and on the field, they're going to be able to keep the offense and defensive line fresh all night long, and that's going to play into their hand.
And not so much on the Fredericktown side. A lot of guys playing both sides of the ball there. 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Hadler goes under center. He's got Caleb Harris behind him. Referee's holding up once again. Now we get the whistle. 2 wide receivers to the right. Caleb Harris behind Hadler. Takes a snap. Quick pass to the near side. Caught. Taken down immediately, and that was a lateral pass if he'd have dropped that football. Good catch, though. Garrett Richardet with the catch. Short gain. Caught that ball in the backfield and then was able to get forward for 3. But actually just a gain of 1. 2nd down and 9 for Perryville. Got a couple pretty good receivers on this Perryville offense.
Yeah, Richardet's probably right up there at the top.
Now he goes to the far side. Man in motion behind Hadler. Pitch to the man in motion. Spins off a tackle at the 50-yard line. Falls forward to the 49 for a short gain of 3. And it'll bring up 3rd down and 7 for Perryville. Bryce Flaherty on the pitch and run there for a short gain. 3rd and 7. The ball spotted right at midfield. Hadler gets a signal now from the sideline, breaks the huddle. Richardet goes as a wide receiver to the far side. Joined there by a man in the slot. Put a man in motion once again. Pitch to him, back up, cuts back across the grain, across the middle, breaks a tackle at the 45, and gets down inside the 42 to about the 41-yard line. Going to be very close to a 1st down. The referee says timeout. They want to take a look at this. 1st down, Perryville. First down of the game for either team. Bryce Flaherty on the carry.
And that right there, Dave, is just a product of over pursuit. And that's the thing, when you're playing an offense like this, if you over pursue any at all you're going to do is create those cutback lanes, and that's exactly what Flaherty did. Is he hit that cutback lane and picked up the 7 yards.
1st and 10, Perryville. Hadler goes under center, pitch to Bryce again, breaks a tackle, taken down from behind, and a nice defensive play by Michael Parrish as he run him down from the far side. A good hustle there by the defense.
Really good hustle. He had a lot of people flying to the football on that play.
A gain of 5 for Flaherty. And it'll bring up 2nd down and 5. Ball at the 37-yard line of the Blackcats. They break the huddle now. 6:35 to go, 1st quarter. Richardet goes wide receiver to the far side. Once again, Put a man in motion again. Ball gets on the ground. Now they pick it up. Hadler did a good job of picking that ball up, taken down immediately for a short loss, a loss of 3 back at the 40-yard line. Still having a problem putting the football on the ground. Last week, Coach Boss told me they put it on the ground 13 times.
Yeah, I tell you what, it's hard to be successful whenever things like that are happening because, you know, it's a little bit different story. If you're in the shotgun, you got a little more time to react. But, you know, on a deal like that, the quarterback's just got to pick it up and get what he can get.
Wide receiver to the left, 2 to the right. Man in motion once again. That's Flaherty. Trap back up the middle for a short gain taken down at the 35-yard line. A gain of 3 for Perryville. They'll give him the 36-yard line. It's going to bring up a 4th down and 5 for Perryville. Hadler comes to the sideline, gets the next play now. They're man short there. Fourth down and 4 for the Pirates, and they'll go for it here. Jerome Simpson behind Hadler now. Put a man in motion. That's Flaherty. They'll pitch to Flaherty off the far side. Turns the corner, breaks a tackle. Still on his feet. Cuts back across the grain to the 25. 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Bryce Flaherty. 36-yard touchdown run for Flaherty. 4:57 to go. Pirates get on the board first. They lead 6-0 as they come in to attempt the extra point.
And that right there is exactly what I was talking about, Dave. You could see that lane just open up as the play developed, and Bryce did an excellent job of hitting that thing and getting upfield.
The lefty set to attempt the extra point. Snap back, ball down, kick is up, and good. 4:57 to go, first quarter. Pirates get on the board first. They lead 7-0. We'll come back in 30 seconds on Froggy 96.
This is important news for men who have taken Viagra, Cialis, or Levitra and then suffered from the skin cancer melanoma. According to a new study, the use of Viagra and other ED drugs may increase the risk of men developing a serious form of skin cancer known as melanoma. Melanoma is a deadly form of skin cancer, which may require treatments such as surgery, chemotherapy, or radiation. In many advanced cases, melanoma can result in death. If you or a loved one took Viagra, Cialis, or Levitra and then were diagnosed with a skin cancer called melanoma, you may have a right to a cash award and medical expenses. Call the law offices of Davis & Crump at the number below right now to find out if you are eligible. Call the law offices of Davis & Crump right now. Our first consultation is free, and we don't get paid unless you get paid. Call now. Operators are standing by.
First, they lead 7-0 as Eli Burke, the lefty, tees it up at his own 40-yard line. Karokas back at his own 10. Another line drive kick taken by the up man, rolls off his helmet. Karokas picks up at the 30, across the 35, breaks a seam to the 40, sidesteps a man at 50-yard line. It's a foot race to the 40, 30. He won't catch him. 10-5 to the house. Touchdown, Noah Karokas.
Got laundry on the field.
Oh, no, we got a flag on the play, though. Let's see what's up. At midfield there, let's see what that's all about as Karokas took it about 80 yards there on a botched play there. The ball rolled off one of the up men's helmet. Karokas did a great job of picking it up and taking it to the house, but the penalty will be against the Blackcats, a block in the back, and will negate the touchdown. Tough break for Fredericktown.
I know one thing, Coach Ford did not agree with that call one bit.
We saw it right here. He just had one man to beat, and he cut back inside of him, and it looks like maybe he got blocked in the back. The play was at the 46-yard line of Perryville, so they'll spot it off from there. They'll march it back inside the 45 at the 43. Fredericktown will be in good position there. First and 10 at their own 43-yard line. They trail 7-0 here. 4:41 to go in the first. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Farmington Building Supply, Craig's Roofing, Patriot Ready Mix, Giffords Ace Hardware, and the Farmington Walmart. Some of our other sponsors: Old Dad's Pressure Washing, Roundabout Tire, Perryville County School District and First State Community Bank. Looks like we're going to have a hydration break here with 4:41 to go first quarter. We'll step aside for 30 seconds. Come back with more high school football on Froggy 96.
Are you currently on Medicare? In other words, do you carry the red, white, and blue Medicare card? If so, are you suffering from chronic back pain or knee pain? If you answered yes, you may be eligible for a pain-relieving back brace or knee brace covered by Medicare at little to absolutely no cost to you.
Call 1-800-988-0564 right now to see if you qualify.
These professional-grade back braces are ideal for lower back pain, rheumatoid and osteoarthritis, spinal disorders, stenosis, and other painful back problems. Our medical-grade durable knee braces are designed for those with osteoarthritis and general knee pain and weakness. Our accredited staff will handle all of the Medicare paperwork, and best of all, your brace is shipped directly to your home for free. Will you qualify for a Medicare-covered back brace or knee brace? There's only one way to find out.
Call the Back and Knee Brace Center at 1-800-988-0564. That's 1-800-988-0564.
Pirates lead 7-0 here early. We talk about a lot of great athletes, but when you talk about great athletes, you talk about Aaron Harris for Cape Central. Cape leads Farmington early in the first quarter, 14-0, and Aaron Harris is one heck of a stud football player.
I'll tell you what, I didn't want to say anything early, but I was wondering if Farmington would have an answer for him.
Shotgun formation for Rakeup, trips to the right, one wide receiver to the near side. Rakeup quickly to the far side to Noah Karokas, breaks a tackle to 45, gets out to about the 48-yard line, a gain of about 5 for Karokas. No huddle offense for the Fredericktown Blackcats. Update from Sykeston and Jackson. Your old buddy trails Jackson 14-0 early. Trap back across and a blown play. There's a referee going to call it dead. It looks like motion on the Fredericktown Blackcat sideline there. Play was designed for Michael Parrish off the right side, but negated there by the 5-yard penalty. They'll back him up.
I'll tell you what, Fredericktown's doing some good things on offense. They just keep shooting themselves in the foot with the silly penalties.
Seth Lout comes wide receiver to the near side. He's joined there by Ethan Flanagan. Now Noah Karokas in the slot to the near side also. Parrish in the backfield. Shotgun quick to Noah Karokas at the 40. Good catch across the 45. Turns the corner. Looked like possibly a helmet there, a face mask penalty, but side judge right there says no. So Karokas gets out to about the 47-yard line. Going to get part of it back. A gain of 4 for Karokas to bring up a 3rd down and 6 for Fredericktown. No huddle once again. Ethan Flanagan along with Clark Peniel. Now Noah Karokas to the right side also. He's in between them. One man to the near side. Shotgun. Quick out to the near side. That ball's tipped at the line of scrimmage. Intended for Seth Lout. Ball tipped at the line of scrimmage. Good defense by the Perryville Pirates. Gets their hands up there as soon as Rick was trying to throw the football.
I'll tell you what, when they get those hands up there too, Dave, those guys are pretty tall up front anyway. It makes it extremely difficult for that quarterback.
Rake up in the shotgun. Now he steps back like he's going to punt, and he's going to. Gets rid of it quickly off to the far sideline. A good punt this time. Ball bounces at the 30 and rolls out of bounds at the 24-yard line. They'll give him the 25, and Perryville will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They lead this one 7-0. 3:48 to go in the first quarter. Conference play here tonight, Fredericktown and Perryville. Perryville 2-0 on the season. Started off the season with a win against DeSoto 14-7 and another defensive win last week against St. Pius.
Yeah, 7-0. I'll tell you what, in this day and age of the spread offense, you don't hardly see games like that anymore that are that low scoring.
Fredericktown got the ship righted last week after coming off a loss 50-14 to Kennett in week 1. They beat up on Herculaneum 56-28. Hadler goes under center. Got one man behind him, puts Flaherty in motion, pitch to Flaherty, tries to cut back across the grain again. Still gets pretty good yardage out across the 30 to the 34. And a good job by Flaherty, still cutting back across the grain, getting pretty good yardage out of that.
I'll tell you what, Bryce has always been a good hard runner, and if you don't wrap up on defense, he's going to drag you.
Takes a pretty good blocking scheme to make that work too when you're cutting back across the grain, because a lot of confusion, a lot of commotion in there, and you gotta know which guy to pick off to open that lane up. 2 wide receivers to the right side this time. Hadler goes under center, puts a man in motion, pitch to the tailback, puts the ball on the ground once again, and I think he was able to get it back. That's Derek Kernan. How you say his name, Kieran?
Kern.
So we'll take out the I, just Kern. He'll lose a couple yards back to the 34-yard line, so it'll bring up a 3rd down and 3 for Perryville. Garrett Richardet comes to the near side. Anthony Gray in the slot with him to the near side. Goes under center is Hadler. Traps back, and great defense there by Parrish. Hit behind the line of scrimmage, and a swarm of Blackcat defenders take the tailback all the way back inside the 30-yard line down to the, they'll give him forward progress. They're going to give him back across the 30-yard line to 32. Still be a 4th down and 4. And it looks like the punting team will come on. Derek Kern back at his own 17-yard line as Karokas drops back to his 40-yard line. Kern, a pretty good athlete. That was one of your guys from last year.
Yeah, he saw a lot of playing time on both sides of the ball
Good
last year.
punt by Kern. He drives Karokas. It's not Karokas. Picked up at the 26. Hit immediately at the 30-yard line, and good special teams there by the Perryville Pirates. That was 89. Check it. That was Braden Stockman on the return, and he barely got his head up, and he got hammered at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10, Fredericktown at their own 30-yard line. They trail 7-0 here, 1:43 to go in the first quarter. Pretty good special teams there.
Yeah, nice job with the Spearmen getting downfield.
No huddle offense once again for Coach Chuck Ford's team. Paris in the backfield with Rakup. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Shotgun formation.
That's on the official.
And at the last second, the guys were set to go and just about to snap the ball, and the official sets the game clock. And he should have done that long before that. Now a flag comes in, and I think they'll pick up this one. They'll give that one to the official. So no play there, set to go once again. Penuel and Karokas to the right side. Lout and Flanagan to the left side. Shotgun formation once again for Rakup. Quick hitter over to Clark Penuel. Overthrows him at the 30-yard line. Rakup with a pretty strong arm there. He just threw that one out of the reach of Penuel. 2nd down and 10 for Fredericktown. In fact, they're just a step off, can't get that offense in a rhythm. They look to the sideline for the next play. Rakup comes now to the backfield. Shotgun formation has Parrish next to him. 2 wide receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Throw quickly to Clark Penuel. Ball tipped again at the line of scrimmage, and good coverage by the defense. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 10 for Fredericktown. Offensive linemen getting their hands up, and that's crucial. Same wide receiver set, 2 to the right, 2 to the left. 1 man in the backfield for Rakup. Michael Parrish. Shotgun formation, back to pass. Looks down the sideline and in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. That was Seth Lout. Hit him right in the shoulder pads, and that ball could have been intercepted. He catches that when they're going to the house.
Yeah, it looked like he slipped a little bit on his cut, and the ball bounced right off the top of his shoulder pads.
Update, 1:34 to go, first quarter. Farmington gets on the board. They now trail 14-7 at Cape Central. Shotgun formation. Now Rakup steps back and punts it away, punts it off to the far side, and ball bounces at the Fredericktown 43-yard line. Perryville once again excellent field position here. 1st and 10 at the Blackcat 43-yard line. 1:26 to go, first quarter. We'll step aside for 30 seconds and come back with more high school football on Froggy 96.
Endless pools are an incredible alternative to traditional pools, making it easy and inexpensive to swim at home. Call our toll-free number for a free idea kit. Endless pools are simple to install, easy to maintain, and economical to run. Swim or exercise against a smooth current that adjusts to any speed or ability. Perfect for year-round health, fitness, and relaxation. Call our toll-free number or visit our website for your free Endless Pools idea kit.
Stop living with hair loss, that is. Losing your hair is no fun and no one wants to be bald, but there is hope.
Getting my hair back was the best thing that ever happened to me.
I'm happy with the way I look now.
I'm very excited about my hair.
I feel beautiful.
I love my hair.
Hair Club offers all proven hair loss solutions backed by our commitment to satisfaction guarantee. If you're not 100% satisfied with the solution you choose, Hair Club will apply the purchase price to another proven hair loss solution or transplant more hair at no charge.
And it was the best thing I've ever done.
It looks good on me.
Call in the next 5 minutes to get your free brochure at no obligation. It will tell you everything you need to know about your hair loss problem, and it's free if you call now.
I am more pleased than what I had even imagined.
I at least look, I would say, 5 years younger.
I'm 52, and I look better now than I did when I was in my 40s.
I feel great.
And that's not all. The first 100 people who call will also receive $250 off any hair loss solution from Hair Club. Call now.
95.9 FM. Week 3 of the high school football season. Conference play starts tonight. The Fredericktown Blackcats traveling to Perryville. They trail 7-0 here. First quarter, 1:26 to go in the first. And Coach, neither team on offensively lighting it up, but defensively, both teams doing a pretty good job.
Yeah, so far it's been a real defensive battle. Perryville kind of got the upper hand there on that long run by Bryce Flaherty to put them up 7-0, but Fredericktown keeps moving the football, so we'll see what happens here after this series.
Harris behind Hadler, pitch to the tailback. That's Flaherty, cuts a man again. Instead of cutting back across the grain, this time he goes off the right side, in across the 40-yard line down to about the 37. A gain of 7 for Flaherty. Young man carrying the load so far for the Perryville. Now Hadler checks with the sideline here, gets his next play from first-year head coach Blaine Boss. Anthony Gray and Richard go wide receiver to the far side. One wide receiver to the right. Hadler goes under center quickly to the far side to Gray. Sidesteps a man, and a good job there across the 35. Finally taken down at the 33-yard line. It'd be very close to a first down. Good move by the young wide receiver. Junior Anthony Gray, 5'10", 160. Referee says first down. They're spotted at the 33 and a first down for Perryville. And Perryville on the move once again. 30 seconds to go, first quarter. They lead 7-0 and looking for more. Hadler goes under center, one man behind him. They put Flaherty in motion, pitch to him off the right side, breaks a tackle. Good run by Flaherty. Gets down to about the 26-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 7 more for Flaherty. He's having a night here in the first quarter. 5 seconds to go as they set the game clock, just 3 seconds, and that's going to do it for the first quarter after 1. Perryville leads 7-0, and we'll come back in 1 minute with more high school football on Froggy 96, 95.9 FM.
This is important news for women diagnosed with ovarian cancer. Talcum powder may have caused your ovarian cancer. According to many studies, long-term use of talcum powder in products such as baby powder or shower-to-shower for feminine hygiene is linked directly to ovarian cancer. If you are an ovarian cancer victim or if a loved one died from ovarian cancer after using talcum powder, call the law offices of Davis & Crump at the number below right now to find out if you are eligible for a cash award and medical expenses. Call now.
End of 1. Perryville leads 7-0 here. On our sister station, 107.1 The Zone, the Central Rebels lead the Potosi Trojans. That game on 107.1 The Zone in Potosi. Cape Central and Farmington. Last check we had 14-7. Cape Central led that one. Valley Catholic 20-0 over Caruthersville. North County 16-7 over Festus, and a surprise a little bit, St. Genevieve 7-6 over Hillsboro. That game at the end of one. Windsor and DeSoto, no score. Just about ready to start the second quarter here. Perryville will have it 2nd and 3 at the Fredericktown Blackcat 27-yard line here, 26-yard line. On the move once more, looking for more points. 12 minutes up on the clock and set to go. Hadler goes under center, puts Flaherty in motion, pitch to him off the near side, breaks a tackle, good block there across the 25, cuts back inside, flags everywhere at the 10-yard line. He's finally taken down. We'll see what the flag is. 3 flags on the play here. First one came from the referee in the backfield. Usually that's going to be against the offense. We'll see. Be holding against Perryville, so we'll negate that one. Flaherty having his way with the Blackcat defense.
Yeah, he is, Dave. I'll tell you what, he's in the first quarter he had 8 carries for 79 yards and a touchdown. Perryville's going right back to their ground and pound style of offense. They only threw the ball twice in the first half. But, the good thing about that for the Perryville Pirates is both of those were catches for positive yards.
Your buddy having a tough time against Jackson. Sykeston trails Jackson 21-0. That game just starting the second quarter. Bring up a 2nd and 10 for the Pirates. Richardet and Anthony Gray to the right. One man in the backfield. They put Flaherty in motion. They pitch to him off the right side. Steps back inside again. Gets across the 30 down to the 28-yard line. Very patient, too. Waits on his blockers.
Yeah, he's always been that way. He has great vision, and, he's real patient. And when he sees an opening, then he accelerates and hits it.
He's quick, too. Not a very big guy. 5'10", 175 they got him listed at, but doesn't look like he weighs that much, does he? Coming from us heavyweights. Caleb Harris behind Hadler. 1 wide receiver to the near side, 2 to the right. Shotgun for back to pass now. Looks to the near side to the end zone. Karokas there with great coverage. Inside coverage by Noah Karokas. And the pass goes incomplete in the end zone. Logan Thaxton, the intended receiver.
I guess I should have kept my mouth shut. I was just talking about their 2 for 2 on the passing game, and then they throw an incomplete pass.
That was pretty good coverage by Karokas. Had him there stride for stride and had the inside coverage on him, and he was able to knock that one down. 10:55 to go, second quarter, 7-0 Pirates. It'll bring up a 4th down and 5 at the Fredericktown 29-yard line here. Richardet and Gray come to the near side. One man in the backfield, that's Caleb Harris behind Hadler. Pitch to Flaherty once again. Sees a seam, goes for it at the 25, still driving forward. He's going to be very close to a first down. It looks like he's going to have it. Good push by the offensive line. They'll spot it at the 21, and a first down, Perryville. Looks like they might have had him short at the 25, but the entire Perryville offensive line there got behind him and pushed him forward for 4 more and a first down. Flaherty checks out. Fredericktown likes that, I think. And they'll come 1 wide receiver to the near side. This time it's Richardet. Gray in the slot to the near side, put a man in motion. Pitch to the tailback, comes off the right side, hit by Parrish behind the line of scrimmage. Good defense by the Fredericktown Blackcats that time. Going to be a loss of about 6 yards. We'll see where they spot it. Ooh, they're going to give him forward progress all the way to the 24, so still a loss of 3. Good defense by Fredericktown. Looks like they're starting to figure out that Logan Thaxton gingerly comes to the sideline here. Hadler gets a play from the sideline from Coach Boss. Now he rejoins the huddle. Richardet and Gray go wide receivers to the far side this time. Caleb Harris once again behind Hadler. Put a man in motion. That's Flaherty. Cuts back inside, ducks his head, gets inside the 25, trying to drive forward. Too many Blackcats there They'll give him forward progress to the 22, about the original line of scrimmage. So it'll bring up a 3rd down and 11 for Perryville. This would be a big stand here for the Blackcats if they can get it done.
This would be a good shot in the arm for them if they can get a stop here. But, you know, talking about Flaherty, Dave, a little side note. Yeah, he would have almost been wearing black and gold because his daddy is from Fredericktown. Really? I bet they would like to see that tonight.
Richard comes wide receiver to the near side, put a man in motion, fake. Now Hadler rolls to the right side. He's going to run it. He got a little running room across the 20, runs out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Faked everybody there. Everybody looking for the pitch to the wingback that time and nothing doing. Hadler takes it on a bootleg to the far side. Runs out of bounds at the 15-yard line. So it'll bring up a 4th down and 4, and when you're down in the enemy territory, that's a pretty good 4th down, and they will go for it here. Flaherty checks back into the game along with Harris. Richard goes to the right side as a wide receiver. Harris behind Hadler. One wide receiver. Now they put a man in motion. Pitch to the wing back. Breaks a tackle inside the 15 down to about the 9-yard line. Spotted at the 10, but enough for a 1st down for Perryville. Derek Kern on the run that time, so they're mixing it up a little bit. Just when you think they can slow Flaherty down, they give it to Kern. 8:39 to go, 2nd quarter, 7-0 your score. Now Hadler rejoins the huddle once again. Richard to the near side. Harris in the backfield, and Hadler steps under center. One wide receiver split wide to the near side. Man in motion. Pitch to him once again. Hit at the line of scrimmage that time. A good play by number 30. That's Logan Bowling. For no gain. Still a second down and 9. They'll give him 1 inside the 10 to the 9. So 2nd down and 9 for Perryville. One thing they're doing too is keeping the ball on the ground and running that clock. They've won a 7-0 game before. They'll do it again, huh?
Yeah, they did.
Hadler
they sure
under
did.
center. Pitch off the left side. Breaks tackle to 10-5 for the end zone. Touchdown. Derek Kern, 9-yard touchdown run, and Perryville extends their lead 13-0 as we await the extra point here. Kern made it look easy, Coach.
Derek's got a lot of speed and a lot of quickness, and he's real explosive out of the backfield, and he took that pitch and accelerated, and into the end zone he went.
He saw a hole, and we saw it from up here. That was a big hole. Great job by the offensive line. Good blocking scheme. The lefty set for the extra point. Snap back, ball down. Kick is up and good. 7:37 to go. 2nd quarter, 14-0 Perryville. And we'll come back in 30 seconds on Froggy 96.
Hey, Courtney Hansen here with you for Endurance. If you're like me, you love your car, but even the best vehicles break down at some point. And when your car's warranty expires, you're gonna have to pay those repairs out of pocket. Can you believe what it costs to repair your car these days? I mean, look at these prices. I can think of so many things I would rather buy than a new fuel injector or transmission. Well, Endurance has a solution. With an Endurance Vehicle Protection Plan, we pay for your auto repairs. The parts, the labor, all of it's covered. With Endurance, you'll save thousands, and you get to choose the mechanic who repairs your car. Remember, insurance only covers you if you're in an accident, but that's just half the equation. Endurance is the other half, protecting you when your car breaks down. Insurance plus endurance equals total protection. That's my kind of math.
Protect yourself against the high cost of auto repairs with Endurance. Call right now for a free quote.
14-0 our score as Burke tees it up at his own 40. Another line drive kick route at Karokas. Takes it at the 25 across the 30, 35, 40. Puts his head down. Gets all the way out to the 45-yard line. And Fredericktown will be in great field position here with 7:30 to go in the 2nd quarter. And they need to get this offense on track pretty quick or they're going to be in trouble here in the 2nd quarter.
Well, the main thing is right now, Dave, is not to panic, but instead try to get something established and try to get something rolling so those guys, especially those guys up front, can get some confidence back.
Trips to the right. That's Flanagan, Karokis, and Penuel. One wide receiver to the far side. That's Lout. Shotgun formation for Rakup. He's got Parrish next to him. Set to go here. Rakup takes the snaps, hands off to Parrish. Bounces to the outside across the 45, 50. Still on his feet inside Pirate territory to the 45-yard line. Good run for Parrish. A gain of 10 and a very close to a first down here. No signal yet. Referee says first down. A positive for the Blackcats here.
I'll tell you, that was a nice little run off the edge there. Did a good job accelerating and getting to the sticks and getting the first down.
Coach Gibbs and the Sykeston Bulldogs taking it on the chin. Jackson 28-0. Man in motion, that's Flanagan. Hand off to him. Cuts back inside across the line of scrimmage. Gets down to about the 38-yard line. Ethan Flanagan on the run. We'll give him second and bring up a second, 7 and bring up second down and 3. Now Karokis and Penuel stacked to the right side. Two wide receivers to the left. Now Karokis in motion, fake the handoff, back to Parrish. Puts his head down, gets out across the line of scrimmage down to the 35-yard line. Very close to another first down. Looks like he's going to be about a half a yard short. Let's see what the referee says. Yep, bring up a third down and 1 for the Blackcats. Starting to get into a rhythm here a little bit on this set of downs. Rakup looks to the sideline for the next play now. They stack Penuel and Karokis to the near side. Two wide receivers to the far side. Karokis in motion. Fake the handoff. Now they give it to Karokis. And the defensive lineman there was on the ball, and he made a nice play. Number 74, Devin Phillips, read that play all the way, and he was waiting for Karokis, wrapped him up, took him down behind the line of scrimmage, and a loss of 3. So instead of a 3rd and 1, now you've got a 4th and a 4. Ethan Flanagan comes to the right side with Penuel and Karokis. Handoff to Parrish, and he fumbles the football. And Perryville recovers it, if you can tell by the crowd reaction there. And Perryville will take over on the fumble here. 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line. Just when you think they got a little momentum going, they botched the handoff there as Rakup tried to give it to Parrish, and he didn't think he wanted it, and the ball ended up on the ground.
Well, and the thing of it is, Dave, I know he put the ball on the ground there, but at the same time, I don't think that play was going anywhere anyway because there was 3 or 4 Perryville Pirates right there waiting for him.
Timeout on the field, 5:44 to go. Second quarter, 14-0 Perryville. We'll come back in 30 seconds on Froggy 96, 95.9 FM.
If you or a loved one has mesothelioma or been diagnosed with another asbestos-related cancer, call now. An estimated $30 billion in court-ordered trusts have been set aside to pay out claims to asbestos victims. You may be able to receive compensation without ever going to court or filing a lawsuit. Thousands of hardworking men and women have been diagnosed with mesothelioma because manufacturers put profits ahead of safety. Manufacturers knew the risks of asbestos exposure for years, but knowingly manufactured and sold deadly asbestos-containing materials, putting millions of American workers at risk. These manufacturers have tried to avoid compensating their victims, but the courts have ordered them to set aside an estimated $30 billion in trust money for the victims of asbestos. Call now to see if you're entitled to a portion of the $30 billion. You could receive compensation without filing a lawsuit or going to court.
For your free legal consultation, call 1-800-306-2712 now. That's 1-800-306-2712. I'm a non-attorney spokesperson.
And both teams making their way back onto the field here. 5:44 to go, second quarter. All Perryville so far, they lead 14-0. They have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line. Hadler looking for more. Puts a man in motion. Fake the handoff. Now Hadler rolls to the near side looking for a man. Throws, and Karokis almost intercepted it there at the 45-yard line. Good defense by the Blackcats. As Hadler, that's tough to do when you roll off your offside and then try to throw that football back off your odd foot there. That's a tough one. You got to be really strong, have a good arm to make that happen.
And the thing about it is, If he had time to set his feet and make a good toss there, he had Flaherty wide open probably for another 6 points. He was completely behind the entire defense.
2nd and 10, Perryville at their own 43-yard line. Hadler breaks the huddle now, goes under center. Richardet, the wide receiver, to the right side. One man behind. Now they put Flaherty in motion, trap back the other way to the other wing back. Taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll give him the 45-yard line, so they'll gain 1 on the play. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 8 for Perryville. Perryville trying to mix it up a little bit there. Cook checks back into the game as a wide receiver. And this would be a big stop for the Blackcats here. 5:13 to go, 2nd quarter. Still plenty of time here if you can get the ball back. Richardet and Gray come to the near side. Harris behind Hadler. One wing to the right side. They put him in motion. That's Flaherty. They pitch to him. A flag comes in. He gets across the line of scrimmage, and they'll stop the play. And I believe it'll be procedure against, false start against the offense. So instead of 3rd and 8, they'll back him up 5. It'll be your 3rd down and 13 for the Pirates. Caleb Harris guilty on the false start there. And we got a man on the field for Fredericktown. Referee's timeout on the field. 4:54 to go, 2nd quarter. All Perryville so far. 14-0 your score, and we'll come back in 30 seconds with more high school football on Froggy 96, 95.9 FM.
Attention! Are you stuck in student loan debt? If you have $10,000 or more in federal student loans and are having trouble making the payments, call now for a special free offer. Student Services wants to give you free information on how to possibly cut your student loan payment in half, or in some cases, have your student loan completely wiped clean. Just imagine your life with no more student loan payments. If you're late or even in default on your student loan payments, call now for a special free offer. The call is free, the information is free, and there's no obligation. Just real relief from the financial burden of student loans. Student Services can help stop tax garnishments and release cosigners, and has helped many people struggling with their student loan payments. Call now to discover the secrets to possibly having your student loans completely written off. Student loan debt relief is one free phone call away. Don't waste another day struggling in student loan debt. Call now for student loan debt relief.
There, good for him. 3rd down and 13. Perryville at their own 40-yard line. One wide receiver to the right side. One man behind. Now they put Flaherty in motion. They pitch to Flaherty. Comes to the near side. Waits. Hit behind the line of scrimmage. Breaks a tackle at the 40. Gets out across the 45. Finally taken down by Clark Piniel at the 46-yard line. But good yardage there for Flaherty. But still going to bring up a 4th down and 7 for Perryville. And it looks like they may punt it away here. Hadler will be the up man here. As Derek Kern got off a great punt last time. Crocus back at his own. I think that's Crocus. No, it isn't either. Switching up on me. Braden Stockman back at his own 25-yard line. And a flag comes in once again here. Looks like a false start once again. Nope, delay a game against Perryville. That'll march them back 5 yards, and that really doesn't hurt them any. So they'll move them back 5 to the 41, and Kern is still back inside his own 30 at the 25, ready to punt this one away to Braden Stockman. He's standing now at his own 30-yard line. Looks like Fredericktown will drop back in coverage, and they do. Kern hits it off the side of his foot, gets a good Perryville bounce, so Stockman going to let it roll inside the 20 down to the 15-yard line. They'll down it there in Fredericktown with 3:47 to go in the 2nd quarter. We'll have it 1st and 10. They trail 14-0. We'll come back in 30 seconds on Froggy 96.
Attention patients who've been implanted with an IVC filter. IVC filters are implanted into the inferior vena cava vein to prevent blood clots from traveling into the lungs, causing pulmonary embolisms. Unfortunately, these filters can fracture, move throughout the body, pierce blood vessels and organs, tilt, or become irretrievable. These failures can result in a number of serious injuries, including internal bleeding, organ damage, infection, and even death. If you were implanted with an IVC filter and were injured, you may be owed compensation from the manufacturer. Call the Reliant Group right now to be connected to an experienced attorney for a free consultation. You don't owe us a penny unless we're successful.
Call the Reliant Group right now. You may be entitled to financial compensation for your pain and suffering.
Do not delay. There are time deadlines to file a claim. If you or a loved one has been implanted with an IVC filter and the device failed, call the Reliant Group today at 800-230-7515. That's 800-230-7515.
Take a timeout here now after the long delay. That is their second timeout. They'll have one left, 3:47 to go, and this one we'll check some totals. We'll talk about it a little bit. Coach, Fredericktown trying to get on track there, and then they put the ball on the ground the last set of downs here. We still got 3 minutes and 47 seconds to go in the second quarter. Plenty of time to march the ball down the field and put some points on the board, but Fredericktown unable to sustain anything so far.
Well, yeah, that and the big thing right now is Perryville's dominating that offensive line. They're very senior laden on their offensive line, and at the same time, Fredericktown's at the other end of the spectrum where they've got a lot of youth out there, and the big key right now is Bryce Flaherty. At the end of the first quarter, he already had 79 yards rushing, and he's probably picked up another 15 or 20 yards here in the second quarter.
Update some scores for you. Hillsborough over St. Genevieve, 22-13. DeSoto shutting out Windsor so far, 22-0. And North County over Festus, 16-7. That game in the second quarter. And also Valley Catholic over Caruthersville, 27-7. Central leads Potosi on 107-1 the zone, 14-0. Shotgun formation for Rakup. Put a man in motion. Now they look down the field, looking for Noah Karokas at the 45-yard line. Double coverage there, and good coverage by Gray.
Looked like there was a little miscommunication there. The slot receiver, once the ball went in the air, his hands kind of went out like, what in the world's going on? So, that's something that they're definitely going to have to clean up.
Noah Karokas and Clark Penuel in the area there. Now Karokas goes to the far side, trips to the left, one wide receiver. That's Penuel to the right. Shotgun formation once again. Rakup keeps it, goes off the right side, pitches to Parrish, gets out across the 15-yard line, out to about the 18. They'll give him the 19. Good run by Parrish. Good hands by Parrish there, too, because Rakup kind of put that one out there, and Parrish was able to bring it in.
I'll tell you what, I really like this kid. He's a good hard runner, and he's got some good hands, and he's got some moves. He's going to be a fine little running back for him.
If they can get him loose into some open space here, we'll see what happens. Trips to the right this time. One wide receiver to the far side. Rakup has Parrish behind him. Now they're set. Rakup on the keeper. Hit behind the line of scrimmage, and great defense there. Good pursuit and staying home by the defense. Able to bring Rakup down.
I'll tell you what, James Roden made the play there, and the thing about Roden is he's so long and lanky, and he's got those long arms that he can keep that separation and be able to make a move on that offensive tackle. That was a really nice play.
And the good thing is he didn't bite on the pitch either. He had Parrish, as the option there, and Rakup decided to keep it, and Roden was right there to wrap him up for the loss to bring up a 4th down and 8. So now Fredericktown will be forced to punt it away once again, and Perryville, with 2:20 to go second quarter, will have great field position. End over end kick. They decide to let it bounce, and a smart play there. It bounces inside the 45, across midfield to the 48, and a break for the Blackcats.
And we got a penalty here on the sideline as the referee came up the sideline. I don't know if it's a sideline warning or what it was, but he dropped it right here in front of the Perryville bench.
Looks like it'll be just a warning. 2:16 to go, second quarter. All Perryville so far. They lead 14-0 in this one. Opening week of conference play here. Fredericktown Blackcats, Perryville Pirates. 35-0 Jackson leads over Sykeston. That's a pretty solid football team there, Jackson. Richard comes wide receiver to the near side. Gray goes in the slot near side. Hadler has Harris behind him. One wing to the right side. That's Flaherty. He goes in motion. Fake. And it looks like a miscommunication there as Harris cut to the inside of the quarterback, and it looks like Hadler was trying to hand it off to the outside of him. Broken play. A loss on the play of, now they'll give him back to the line of scrimmage at the 48. So 2nd down and 10 for Perryville. Here comes Perryville once today. Gray and Richardet go to the right side. One wide receiver to the near side. Now Hadler set. He goes under center. Quick pass across to the right side. Caught there at the 48. Great hands by the wide receiver on the far side. He breaks the tackle, gets across the 45 down to the 40-yard line. Great hands there by Gray. Quick screen pass to the right side, and he did the rest. Down inside Blackcat territory to the 39. And Perryville in great position once again to put some more points on the board. 1:29 to go, 2nd quarter. Clock continues to run. 2 wide receivers once again to the near side. And Hadler set. Flaherty in motion. Pitch to Flaherty. Tries to come back inside. Hit from behind. Great defensive play there by the defense.
That was a good job by that defensive end, staying at home there and being patient and making the play.
Josie Fryer on the defensive play for the Blackcats. No gain. Clock continues to run. Inside a minute to go, and Perryville in no hurry here. If they catch a break and get somebody open, they'll take the points. Otherwise, they're content with a 14-0 lead here and control this football game. They break the huddle now. 15 seconds to go on the play clock. 40 seconds to go on the game clock. 2 wide receivers to the near side, 1 to the right. Hadler now steps under center. Fakes the quickie, now back to pass, being rushed by Fryer, and he goes down. He did the right thing. Clark Penuel and Josie Fryer back there. And Fredericktown has a timeout here. I guess they decide not to use it as 20 seconds to go. Now 15 seconds to go in the 2nd quarter here. And now it looks like Perryville wants a timeout. And I'm not so sure if I wouldn't have just let the clock run out there, but he thinks maybe he can get some more. 14 seconds to go, 2nd quarter. Perryville leads 14-0. We'll stay right here and we'll try to get some highlights and updates for you real quick. Last check, Jackson 42-0 over Sykeston.
Jack sounds to me like Jackson's wanting to get a little back from that loss that they had last week.
Cape Central still 14-7 over Farmington. Central Rebels 14-0 over Potosi. Valley Catholic 27-7 over Caruthersville. And North County 16-7 over Festus. That game late in the 2nd also. Hillsboro 22-13. They lead St. Genevieve. Blackcats will be back at home next week as they'll take on the St. Genevieve Dragons. And we will be on the road also, as we'll go to Poplar Bluff. No, we'll be at home. We'll be at home to take on the Poplar Bluff Mules. So Farmington will be back at home taking on Poplar Bluff. And then the following week, Farmington will play at home once again against Jackson. They'll have their hands full there. Last time we played Jackson, they put a whooping on us. And then the final 4 games on Froggy 96 on the schedule will be all Fredericktown games: DeSoto, Park Hill, St. Mary's, and North County. Flaherty in motion once again. Fake the handoff. Now Hadler rolls, looks, tries to set his feet. He's run down from behind, and a good play by the defense. A great play there. That's number 30, Logan Bowling. Good speed by him. And the referee called a timeout here. I'm thinking it was Perryville's final timeout, and it'll be Fredericktown's final timeout with 5 seconds to go. I don't know why they didn't use it on the previous down, but a good defensive stand for them. 5 seconds to go, 2nd quarter here. And all Perryville so far is they trying to put a few more points on the board, but it'll be 4th down and 29 for them. We'll see if they just are content to run the clock out. Let's run down that schedule for you again. Week 6, we'll be covering the Blackcats again at home against DeSoto. Then we'll be on the road in week 7 against Park Hills. And then we go to St. Louis, my old stomping grounds, right down the street from Cleveland High School where I went to school. We'll go to St. Mary's. And Fredericktown will take on St. Mary's. And then they'll close out the season, regular season, at North County.
Right in my own backyard.
In your backyard, yep. That St. Mary's game be in my backyard. 4th and 29 for Perryville. 5 seconds to go, and they'll punt it away. Kern back at his own 25. And Karokas back to receive this one. Kern going to wait. Now he punts it out of bounds. Looks like he hung it just long enough for time to expire, and that's going to do it. After 2 quarters of play, the Perryville Pirates dominate this first half. They lead 14-0. We'll come back with the halftime show on Froggy 96, 95.9 FM. Stay with us.
Would you like a free portrait session? No games, no referrals, no sweat.
I stole from my family, my friends, loved ones, everybody, and I ended up screwing them over.
It almost cost me my life. It cost me my kids. It cost me my marriage. It cost me everything.
If this sounds like you or someone you love, then it's time to call the Addiction Recovery Network. We're an organization that cares about breaking the cycle of addiction. The Addiction Recovery Network ensures that everyone who calls receives the right treatment for them.
It's the hardest thing to do when you're on drugs is ask for help.
That's why ARN is there for anyone needing treatment for alcohol abuse, drug addiction, or dependence on prescription medications.
I think ARN is important because it allows people the chance to weed out the good from the bad for what they need.
Plus, ARN can tell you if your insurance will cover your treatment. Finding the right treatment for you is why we exist.
If you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, the people at ARN have the solution for you.
I called. Make the free call now. If you or a loved one has mesothelioma or been diagnosed with another asbestos-related cancer, call now. An estimated $30 billion in court-ordered trusts have been set aside to pay out claims to asbestos victims. You may be able to receive compensation without ever going to court or filing a lawsuit. Thousands of hardworking men and women have been diagnosed with mesothelioma because manufacturers put profits ahead of safety. Manufacturers knew the risks of asbestos exposure for years, but knowingly manufactured and sold deadly asbestos-containing materials, putting millions of American workers at risk. These manufacturers have tried to avoid compensating their victims, but the courts have ordered them to set aside an estimated $30 billion in trust money for the victims of asbestos. Call now to see if you're entitled to a portion of the $30 billion. You could receive compensation without filing a lawsuit or going to court.
For your free legal consultation, call 1-800-306-2712 now. That's 1-800-306-2712. I'm a non-attorney spokesperson.
Stuck in student loan debt? Are your student loans in default? Or maybe you just can't afford high student loan payments? Call now. Discover how you can avoid or even get out of student loan default. Reduce and restructure your student loan so you can pay much less or pay nothing. This will not hurt your credit. In fact, student loan relief can help boost your credit. Call now to get lower student loan payments. To make student loans a problem of the past, call now.
Attention patients who've been implanted with an IVC filter. IVC filters are implanted into the inferior vena cava vein to prevent blood clots from traveling into the lungs, causing pulmonary embolisms. Unfortunately, these filters can fracture, move throughout the body, pierce blood vessels and organs, tilt, or become irretrievable. These failures can result in a number of serious injuries, including internal bleeding, organ damage, infection, and even death. If you were implanted with an IVC filter and were injured, you may be owed compensation from the manufacturer. Call the Reliant Group right now to be connected to an experienced attorney for a free consultation. You don't owe us a penny unless we're successful.
Call the Reliant Group right now. You may be entitled to financial compensation for your pain and suffering.
Do not delay. There are time deadlines to file a claim. If you or a loved one has been implanted with an IVC filter and the device failed, call the Reliant Group today at 800-230-7515. That's 800-230-7515.
Kicker for Fredericktown set to go. Referee sets the whistle. And a good high kick taken at the 12 across the 15-20. Patiently waiting across the 25. Spins away from a man. Gets out to the 29-yard line. And that was Bryce Flaherty once again on the return, and Perryville have it starting the second half. I can't talk. First and 10 at their own 29. They lead this one 14-0. Check some other scores quickly if we can before we get started here. Cape Central, Farmington scored again. It's 20-14, Cape Central. The Central Rebels lead. Potosi 14-7 and Valley Catholic 39-7 over Caruthersville. Set to go here. Hadler goes under center. One man behind him, Flaherty once again. Handoff straight ahead. Goes straight up the middle this time. Gets out across the line of scrimmage to the 35-yard line. And one thing a good runner does, like we talked about last week, when he falls, he always falls forward. And you can gain 2 or 3 additional yards every play by doing that. And that could make the difference between picking up a first down or not. Gain of 6 and second down and 4 for the Perryville Pirates. Just underway in the second half here, 11:25 to go, third quarter. Rijardé comes to the right side, put a man in motion, hands off straight ahead, hit at the line of scrimmage, and carries forward. Good run by the tailback that time as he gets out to about the 40-yard line, close to a first down. Derek Kern gets in on the action. They're setting those guys up as wings, putting them in motion, and then handing the ball off to him, and they're going straight back up the gut now, changing it up just a little bit. Rijardé once again to the right side. He's got one man in the backfield. Now Hadler goes under center. They put a man in motion. Handoff once again to Kern. He breaks a tackle at the 40, still on his feet out across the 45, gets out to the 49-yard line, very close to another first down. They're going to mix it up a little bit and give it to 29. Derek Kern going to pad his points a little bit.
I'll tell you what, Derek Kern is he's one of the toughest kids on this football team. He also plays catcher for the baseball team, so you can imagine how tough this kid is, and he just keeps those wheels churning and picks up the extra yardage.
Just a junior, so another year here for Derek Kern. One wide receiver to the right. Harris behind Hadler. Now they pitch to Flaherty, waits at the line of scrimmage, breaks through now at midfield, still on his feet, breaks a tackle at the 45. He may go. One man to catch him, that's Rakeup. Rakeup strips the ball away, and Fredericktown has it at the 10. Out across the 15, and it looks like Noah Karokis goes out of bounds at the, we'll see where they spot it. It's hard to see with all the fans here. It's going to be out of bounds close to the 21-yard line, and a great job by Colton Rakeup as he ran him down and punched the ball out from behind, caused the fumble. Noah Karokis there able to pick it up, and a huge break for Fredericktown.
That was a textbook tomahawk tackle. He just came right down over the top of that ball. That thing just shot right out, and great job on the recovery by the Blackcats.
Another great run by Flaherty. Good blocking up front, got him to the hole, never stopped churning those legs, and eventually he broke loose and he was going to the house, and Rakeup put a stop to it. Fredericktown dodges a bullet here. 10:05 to go, third quarter. Still 14-0. Fredericktown takes over, first and 10. Rakeup, quick snap across the middle to Clark Pignol at the 29-yard line, just off the fingertips of Pignol. And the passing game just a hair off here, putting it on the fingertips, overthrowing just a little. They can't get the passing game started. And if they could get that going, they loosen up that defense a little bit and force those guys to drop into coverage a little bit and open up the running game, but they just can't get it going. Trips to the right. Now Parrish comes in the slot to the near side. 2 wide receivers to the near side. 5 wide receivers set, empty backfield. Rakeup to the right, hit from behind, breaks a tackle. Now he's got a guy out in front of him, a blocker at the 35. 40 still on his feet, tripped up from behind, still keeps going out across midfield to the 49-yard line of the Perryville Pirates. Good run by Rakeup. He broke that initial tackle in the backfield, had a blocker out in front of him, and positive yardage all the way out to midfield for Fredericktown.
Well, that was a prime example of a defensive end coming in, getting too deep, breaking responsibility, being out of control, and trying to arm tackle, and Rakeup ran right through the arm tackle. He's a big, strong kid, and, he was able to pick up the extra yardage.
Got one of those linemen out in front of him, and that's exactly what you want, is one of them big guys out in front of you. Shotgun formation, empty backfield. Rakeup now comes to the near side. He looks, tucks it, puts it down, run down from behind. Going to lose 3. Good job by the defense. Darting on the pursuit from behind. That was pretty good pursuit by the lineman there for the Perryville Pirates. Now Rakeup slows it down a little bit. He looks to the sideline for the next play. Flanagan goes as a wide receiver with Karokis and Clark Piniel. Now, Piniel comes in almost in the slot. Empty backfield once again. Put a man in motion. That's Parrish. They fake the handoff. Rake up on the keeper. Puts his head down across midfield. Dives forward to the 47-yard line. Positive yardage there. A gain of 3 for Rakeup. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and 7 for Fredericktown. Rakeup no huddle once again. Looks to the sideline for the next play. Parrish in the backfield with him. Seth Lout to the near side. They put Karokas in motion. Fake to him. Look across the middle to Seth Lout. And Lout was a little late. And a good job by the defense to recover that as Rakeup, as he was going down, the ball was stripped away. And the defensive lineman able to get on that. And that was number 61, Isaac Starkey. But Lout a little late running that route. It was just supposed to be a slant in, and Rakeup looked for him. He wasn't there, so he had to tuck it down and lost yardage on the play. 2 men drop back for the Perryville Pirates. And the punter stands at his own 35-yard line. Gets a good end-over-end kick. Perryville going to let it bounce. And dangerously close to touching that football. You got to get completely away from that ball when you're going to let it bounce. Just run to the sideline or something. Don't let the ball hit you.
That could have been a disaster for Perryville.
7:35 to go, third quarter, 14-0 your score. Perryville will have it 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line. And Fredericktown showing a little life there with some big plays, but unable to capitalize on 4th down and turned it over once again and had to punt it away. And here comes Hadler in the offense. Gets his play from the sideline, joins the huddle. Now they break. Flaherty goes in a wing to the near side. One wide receiver, that's Thaxton, kind of stacked there. Now they put a man in motion. Handoff straight ahead to Harris. Gets out across the original line of scrimmage to the 25, giving forward progress to the 26, and a gain of 4. Keep getting it in chunks in 4 and 5 at a time. It makes it easy on 3rd down. Really gives you a lot of options. Richardet goes wide receiver to the far side. Once again, Flaherty to the near side wing. Put a man in motion. That's Kern. Keeper by Hadler. Breaks a tackle, gets out across the 30-35. Tripped up from behind at the 37-yard line. Ethan Flanagan able to finally bring him down, but not before Hadler gets another 1st down here, and the clock continues to run, and so do the Perryville Pirates. 6:54 to go, 3rd quarter here.
That was an excellent job by Ross. He rode that fullback up in there and then pulled the ball and hit the seam and was up the field.
Harris behind Hadler once again. Flaherty in the wing. So is Kern. Give straight ahead to Harris, and he'll be down finally at the 45-yard line. He broke a tackle at the line of scrimmage, the 39. Finally tripped up from behind after a gain of 4 once again. So it'll bring up a 2nd down and 3. Excuse me, a gain of 7. 2nd down and 3 for Perryville. Hadler's doing a great job of managing the clock too. You know, not getting in a big hurry. Make sure his team is set. A lot of confidence by the young man there.
Well, he got several snaps and several starts last year as quarterback as a junior. So some of this stuff is old hat to him.
Hadler under center, fakes, rolls now to the near side, going to throw the ball. Throws it up for grabs, into a lot of coverage there, and the ball falls to the ground, and that was a dangerous play there. Good coverage by the Blackcat defense. Flanagan, Rakeup, several defenders there on the play. Looks like Noah Karokas also in on that. It was just a jump ball. And
yeah, it was about triple coverage there, wasn't it, Dave?
Perryville very fortunate that one of the Blackcats didn't come down with that one. Some pretty good athletes back there. Flanagan, Rakeup, and Noah Karokas, all 3 pretty good multi-sport athletes there. Surprised one of them didn't come down with that. 3rd down and 3. Hadler goes under center, puts Flaherty in motion. Now they pitch to Flaherty. Comes right back up the middle, breaks a tackle at midfield, still on his feet out to the 46-yard line. They'll give him forward progress to the 45, and another first down for the Perryville Pirates. Once again, just when you think the defense is going to stand and hold a little bit, Flaherty finds another seam, and you can't give enough credit to that offensive line.
That's exactly right. And, the other thing, Dave, is tick, 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 tick.
Absolutely. 5:35 to go, 3rd quarter. Still 14-0 your score, and Perryville in no hurry here with just 10 seconds on the game clock. They're utilizing the game clock to their advantage. Hadler under center. He puts Kern in motion this time. A great hands by him, tripped up from behind. Good job by the defensive line. Kern, look at him drive those legs across the 45 down to the 40-yard line. What looked like was going to be a loss back at the 47, and Kern kept those legs moving and gets positive yardage, 6 yards for Kern.
That looked almost like a rugby scrum. I think every player on Fredericktown's defense touched him at one point.
Broke several tackles there, and another good run by Derek Kern. Give him 7 more. Looks like the referees will want a timeout here. 4:53 to go, 3rd quarter. 14-0 your score. Perryville on the move once again, and we'll take a timeout and come back with more high school football on Froggy 96, 95.9 FM.
This is an important medical message from the Pain Management Network. Do you suffer from severe back or knee pain, making even the most simple everyday activities difficult? Well, if you're on Medicare, we have great news. You can now receive a pain-relieving knee or back brace at little or no cost to you. These amazing braces have helped hundreds of people just like you enjoy the activities they love without pain. Call the Pain Management Network right now.
Call 800-290-0968.
We'll handle the paperwork with Medicare for free. All the shipping and customer service is free. And the call to check your eligibility is free. We also have braces available for shoulders, ankles, and wrist. Imagine all the activities you're missing out on because of your back or knee pain. Isn't it worth making a free phone call to feel better? If you're suffering from knee or back pain, if you're on Medicare and would like a pain-relieving brace, call the Pain Management Network right now.
Call 800-290-0968.
Friendly operators are standing by 24/7.
Join us next week as we're back, the Froggy Crew's back home in Farmington, as the Farmington Knights will take on the Poplar Bluff Mules here. We'll have pregame for you at 6:30, kickoff at 7 o'clock. That'll be week 4 of the high school football season. We're back in Farmington once again already.
Week 4.
I know.
That's hard to believe.
Week 5, we'll be back at home once again as the Farmington Knights will take on Jackson. And set to go here, 4:53 to go in the 3rd quarter. Hadler puts a man in motion, pitches to him. Pursuit from behind, but a great sidestep across the line of scrimmage down inside the 35 to the 34-yard line. Wow. Good look there by Flaherty, seeing the field really well, being very patient, steps to the outside, beats the man to the edge, and turns the corner for positive yardage and another first down. Check some scores for you at the half. That game in the 3rd quarter now, Farmington trails Cape Central 14-7, so Farmington able to hang around there with Cape Central.
Sounds like it's going to be a real barn burner down there.
Yeah. Coach Pixley, you can bet he'll always have his teams, and I've followed him in Dexter and Kennett and all over the place, and now Cape Central, and he's always going to have his teams prepared and ready to play.
And the other thing about Coach Pixley is one heck of a guy.
He is a good guy. I like him. I like his brother too. I've known him ever since I've been doing it. I think this is my 8th year calling high school football, and I've known them guys, from week 1 when I was covering Fredericktown, and I got to know him pretty good, and I was glad to see him get that job at Cape Central, step up to a better position and a head coaching position. He hung around with his brother for a few years and was assistant coach and then a head coach, and then finally got that job at Cape Central. Here comes Hadler under center now, 2nd down and 8, puts Flaherty in motion, fakes, Hadler looks, got a man wide open, and instead he throws down the field. He had a man wide open for about a 15-yard gain here on the near side, and he wanted to go down the field to Flaherty. To
Rischerdi.
Richardet, I think is his name, but or you would probably know better than me.
Richardet,
okay. And had man coverage down there and pretty good coverage by Fredericktown.
And actually, Garrett turned into a defensive player there and kind of knocked the ball away. He saw that he had no chance to catch it, but he wanted to make sure that the defender from Fredericktown wasn't able to catch it, so nice job.
He throws that ball out here in the flat, and we still might have 6 points.
Yeah.
He had a man wide open there. 3rd down and 8 for Perryville. Flaherty back in motion. Pitch to him. Waits. Now he cuts back inside, cuts it back up the grain. Fredericktown there, but look at Flaherty keep pushing. Now the entire pile pushes inside the 30 to about the 29-yard line. A short gain there, maybe 2. So it'll bring up a 4th down for Perryville and about 4. So they'll give him 3 on the play.
That might be a good time to come back with that play. They just ran and hit the fullback in the flat.
The play 2 plays ago where they tried to pass it. He was sure wide open.
There wasn't anybody covering that fullback.
Hadler breaks the huddle once again. Gray, wide receiver. Now he steps off of the field. A little confusion there. Richardet goes to the far side.
They got away with it. No, they didn't either.
I think they got a man short there. 2, 4,
12
6,
men in the
8,
huddle
10,
they had.
11, 12. Actually, Gray never made the huddle, but I guess when they were in the huddle, well, I'm not sure. Smart play by Boss there. He got a timeout before there was a flag. So timeout on the field, 2:43 to go, 3rd quarter. Perryville on the move once again. They'll have the ball 4th and 4, the Fredericktown 27 when we come back in 30 seconds on Froggy 96.
This is important news for men who have taken Viagra, Cialis, or Levitra and then suffered from the skin cancer melanoma. According to a new study, the use of Viagra and other ED drugs may increase the risk of men developing a serious form of skin cancer known as melanoma. Melanoma is a deadly form of skin cancer, which may require treatments such as surgery, chemotherapy, or radiation. In many advanced cases, melanoma can result in death. If you or a loved one took Viagra, Cialis, or Levitra and then were diagnosed with a skin cancer called melanoma, you may have a right to a cash award and medical expenses. Call the law offices of Davis & Crump at the number below right now to find out if you are eligible. Call the law offices of Davis & Crump right now. Our first consultation is free, and we don't get paid unless you get paid. Call now. Operators are standing by.
Resets the play clock. Hadler goes under center. 1 man behind him. Puts a man in motion. That's Kern. They pitch to the far side. He's got running room. Stretching the line of scrimmage is Fredericktown. He's tripped up from behind. He's going to be very close to a 1st down. It looks like from the spot he may have it. Patience once again. If Kern hadn't tripped up, he'd have probably had more yardage, but he was real patient and waited for the lineman to get out there to help with the blocking, and then he stepped inside of him. Tripped himself up, but able to get a 1st down.
Well, that receiver let his man slip off his block a little bit. If he'd sustained that block just a little bit longer, you might have saw Derek Kern up the sideline and another 6 points for Perryville.
Okay, Doc, I'll do that. Appreciate you listening. Doc Branham sent me a text there. Won't tell you what he wanted, but 1st down and 10 for Perryville. Hadler, quick out to the, to the near side, and a great block there by Richardet. Gray with great hands there, and a lot of confusion right there, and a good block by the wide receiver to free up Gray. And
well, that was real close to a head-to-head.
That was a screen pass, and it looks like from where they've got the ball marked that they may lose a couple yards on the play. We heard that all the way up here. Man. Kind of a surprise. Hillsboro St. Genevieve at the half. Hillsboro leads 22-21. St. Genevieve trying to get off the schneid there. They're 0-2 on the season. Hillsboro coming off that big game against Oakville. What a game that was. 4 overtimes.
I heard St. Gen had a little bit of shake-up this week, and they're going to start a different quarterback, so maybe that was a shot in the arm that they needed.
Jackson, 55-0 with the running clock over Sykeston.
Jackson is loaded for bear.
They have been for several years. I remember 2 years ago we went down there, and they pushed Farmington around all night long. It was a score, something like that. It was bad.
Coach Eckley does a great job with those guys down there.
Yes, he does. He's a hard-nosed guy, but he's a really good guy. He's a fair guy, but he expects a lot out of his players. He demands a lot, and he holds them accountable. We've talked several times, and he said, "Look, all I ask you to do is do what we put out here on the field, and if you do your job and everybody does his job, we're going to be successful. And they've been successful for a while. See if we've got some other scores for you. North County, we talked about them. They're going to be a good football team, and they are a good football team. Took Farmington for everything they wanted last week in the loss there, but North County 30-7 at the half over Festus. DeSoto 28-0 over Windsor. Valley Catholic 39-7 over Caruthersville. And in the third quarter, Park Hills leads Potosi 14-7. See if we can get some other scores for you from around the area. The Dexter game and some of those. Hadler now goes under center, 2nd and 10. Puts Flaherty in motion, fakes the pitch. Trap back the other way to Kern. A little different look there. And Kern back down inside the 15-yard line. Gets down close to the 10. Little misdirection there and trap back the other way for Kern and more positive yardage for him. Going to give Kern, looks like about 8 yards, bring up a 3rd down and 2. When you've got that many guys carrying the ball and they're all positive yardage, it's hard to figure out which one you want to try to tackle. Good misdirection there by Perryville. Hadler goes under center, puts Kern in motion again, handoff to him straight ahead, pushes the pile forward, across the line of scrimmage. He'll only get 1 or 2, and he'll be very close to a 1st down. No score here in the second half as of yet. 1 minute to go, third quarter. Perryville on the move. 3rd down and 2 from the Fredericktown 13-yard line, and they are absolutely in no hurry.
Looks like we're going to have a measurement.
And now the referees. Chain gang gets to go to work here for the first time tonight. I hate to say it, and I hate to be a pessimist here, but Perryville puts the ball in the end zone right here, and Fredericktown is in a deep hole.
It's going to be hard to overcome.
Yep.
You know, a minute left in the third quarter, and there's been one possession for each team.
Got to give Hadler a lot of credit for working that clock. He's done a great job working the clock down to just a few seconds before he snaps the ball, and that's a heads-up quarterback. So he continues to get better. Coach Boss had a lot of good things to say about him as far as being a leader, but they needed to fix a few things and get those exchanges right and do some positive things. And so far tonight, they've had their way here with Fredericktown. 4th down and 1 for Perryville. Waiting for the referee to set the play clock. Now he does. Hadler goes under center. Puts Flaherty in motion again. Pitch to Flaherty off the far side. Maybe a stop by Fredericktown. We'll see here. They will spot it short. Great job by the Fredericktown defense. Noah Karokas in on the play there. And the Blackcats hold. They take over on downs. 48 seconds to go in the third quarter. 14-0. Perryville still leads.
That's a big play, Dave. That might be one of the biggest plays of the game right there for Fredericktown.
Fredericktown dodges a bullet and holds on defense here and get the ball on the turnover on downs. Now let's see if the offense can get something going. Rake up no huddle once again. He's got Parrish in the backfield with him. 2 wide receivers, Flaherty and Lout come to the near side. 2 wide receivers to the far side. It looks like Penuel is one. It looks like Karokas may be the other one. Shotgun formation for Rakeup. Takes a snap, fakes the handoff. Now he hands off to Parrish. Parrish breaks a tackle, gets out, and the ball comes loose, and Perryville says they have it. Let's see what the referees say. And they do. Parrish with a good run, tried to get a little extra effort out at the 20-yard line, and Perryville stripped the ball away from him, and on the turnover, Perryville takes the ball right back with 42 seconds to go in the third quarter, and once again shooting themselves in the foot here. Got to give Perryville a lot of credit. You know, they're in there, they're stripping the ball, they're pulling at it. You know, and if you don't have that ball locked in and secured, you get one of them linemen ripping at the ball, and he outweighs you by 75 or 100 pounds. Something's got to give.
Well, and the other thing, Dave, is most of the night, you know, you've had multiple people around the ball all the time. You know, it's not really a bunch of solo tackles, it's gang tackles.
That's team defense. Richardet comes to the near side. Hadler goes under center. Puts a man in motion, pitch to the tailback, breaks a tackle, gets it outside the box there, across the line of scrimmage, down inside the 20 to about the See where they spotted 15 or so. It's hard to say from this view that we have. It's a long way across there for these old eyes. They'll give him 4. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 6. So 4 more for the wing back there. Got a couple different numbers in the game too right now, getting some guys some valuable playing time, and that's key too. Kern goes in motion. They pitch to him off the right side, sweeps to the far side, breaks a tackle, still on his feet, dives forward inside the 15, down to about the 14-yard line. Flanagan and Penuel had a hold on him. Finally brought him down after positive yardage. That's going to do it for 3 quarters of play. After 3, the Perryville Pirates lead 14-0. We'll take a break and come back with the 4th quarter on Froggy 96, 95.9 FM.
Hey, Courtney Hansen here with you for Endurance. If you're like me, you love your car, but even the best vehicles break down at some point. And when your car's warranty expires, you're going to have to pay those repairs out of pocket. Can you believe what it costs to repair your car these days? I mean, look at these prices. I can think of so many things I would rather buy than a new fuel injector or transmission. Well, Endurance has a solution. With an Endurance Vehicle Protection Plan, we pay for your auto repairs. The parts, the labor, all of it's covered. With Endurance, you'll save thousands, and you get to choose the mechanic who repairs your car. Remember, insurance only covers you if you're in an accident, but that's just half the equation. Endurance is the other half, protecting you when your car breaks down. Insurance plus endurance equals total protection. That's my kind of math.
Protect yourself against the high cost of auto repairs with Endurance. Call right now for a free quote.
In the end zone 3 times. It's all been for Perryville. All 3 extra points are good, and they lead this one 21-0 here as we just underway in the 4th quarter. Burke with a good kick over Karokis' head. He picks it up at the 3, to the 5, 10, sidesteps a man, 15, 20, 25, 30. Turns on the after, jets out across the 35, gets out to the 37, and good run by Karokis. That ball was kicked over his head, and he picked it up at the goal line and got positive yardage all the way out to the 36-yard line. Pretty good run by Karokis.
That was a nice little return there. It'll be a good starting spot for Fredericktown, and hopefully they can get some offense going this time.
Well, Sykeston got on the board at least, 55-8 and a running clock, so that game will be over pretty quick. You get that running clock going, it doesn't take long.
No, it doesn't at all.
Karokis, wide receiver to the near side, 1 wide receiver to the far side, give to Parrish straight ahead, breaks a tackle at the line of scrimmage, lunges forward out across the 40 to the 43-yard line. Gain of 7 for Parrish.
I'll tell you what, he hits it hard when he hits it.
Looky here. Farmington Knights score once again, 21-20 your score, 1:39 to go in the 3rd. Shooting themselves in the foot once again. I think they want somebody on the line moved a little early. We'll see what the referee says. I believe that's what it is. It will be against the Fredericktown Blackcats. So positive run, a good run by Noah Karokis on the return, and then shoot themselves in the foot. They'll march them back 5. So it'll bring up a 2nd down and 8 for Fredericktown. Parrish in the backfield, shotgun formation once again. Noah Karokis comes to the near side. If they can get him the ball, man coverage, he's a very good athlete. Hand off to Parrish once again. He bounces to the outside, breaks a tackle across the 40, gets out to the 44-yard line. He'll be close to the first down, be 2 yards short of the first down out at the 44. So it'll bring up a 3rd down and 2.5 for Fredericktown. If they can find a way, Parrish, and now a flag comes in once again and be against Fredericktown once again. They started too quick, trying to hurry, and I don't blame them because they're running out of clock, but everybody's got to get set. False start once again against Fredericktown. So they gain 7 and lose 5. Instead of a 3rd down and 2, it'll bring up a 3rd down and 8. 7. Everybody looks to the sideline here. Rake up. Still looking at the sideline here. The clock continues to run. 15 seconds to go on the play clock. Now they're set. Kurokas comes to the wide right. Rakeup hands off once again to Parrish. Drives straight ahead across the 40. A gain of just a couple, and they've got to get that kid to the outside and utilize those wheels.
I'll tell you, they've employed a lot of different sets tonight, but I think the one that they've had the most success with was the empty backfield and letting Rakeup, just kind of pick and choose whether he throws the ball or whether he runs the ball.
Run the option.
Yeah.
Now Parrish is down on the field. 10:30 to go in this one. All Perryville 21-0. Injury timeout, and we'll be back with more high school football on Froggy 96, 95.9 FM. We'll see how he is. 4th down and 4. Call it 5 for Fredericktown. One wide receiver to the right side. Shotgun formation, back to pass. Looking for the home run ball to Noah Kurokas. Overthrows him at the 28-yard line. Ross Kurokas, he can't run that fast. And yeah, I said that. Our old buddy Ross, he'll be on me on that one. I'm sure someone will tell him. No one out there in radio land would tell my old buddy Ross what I said about him, would they? I'm sure they would. The incomplete pass gives the turnover on downs to Perryville, and they'll take over 1st and 10 at the Fredericktown Blackcat 41-yard line. They lead this one 21-0, and a good opportunity here with 10:24 to go to get some more points. Hadler goes under center. Put a man in motion, that's the wing. They pitch to him. He comes to the near side, tries to turn the corner. Sidesteps a man at the 35. Finally drugged down at the 32-yard line. Good run there by Cook. Give Cook 8 more, and the offense is piling up the yards. Mixed the ball up very well. They've had, I got 6 different guys, not including Hadler, running the football. Rijardet comes to the near side. Double wing set once again. One wide receiver to the near side. Got a man behind Hadler. Now they put a man in motion. They fake. Hadler comes to the near side. He throws for the end zone to Rijardet. And let's see if they give him the catch. I think they're going to say he was out of bounds. Ball tipped up there. Good coverage by, I think that's Flanagan. Right there on the coverage, and he was able to tip it, and by the time Rijardet caught it, he was out of bounds. So good defense there. Kind of going for the jugular there, weren't they? Put this game completely out of reach. You can't blame them.
Put that final nail in the coffin.
Yes, sir. So it'll bring up a 3rd down and 2 for Perryville. Ethan Flanagan on the coverage there. Man coverage. Rijardet, is that how you say his name? Richerdet. Pretty big kid. I'm surprised they don't use him more often. Pitch to the right side. Tries to break a tackle to line of scrimmage. Gets out across the 30 to the 29. It's going to be enough for a 1st down. Hunter on the carry.
Glad to see Sloan in the game. He battled a lot of injuries last year, concussion, and had some other knee issues, so it's nice to see him be able to be in the game tonight.
At the end of 3 quarters, Farmington hanging on, 21-20. They trail Cape Central. That's a pretty good football game over there, brother. Sloan behind Hadler. Check it. Sloan in motion. Trap back the other way to Kern. Breaks a tackle. Still on his feet. What a run there. Had him behind the line of scrimmage at the 32. Broke that tackle. Clark Piniel had him by the shirt. He got loose from that. Got down to the 25 for more positive yardage. Instead of a loss of 2, it's a gain of 4. Hadler comes to the sideline now. They start the play clock at down to 17 seconds as he joins the huddle. 15 seconds. He's doing a great job of clock management here tonight. Now 10 seconds, and they're just now coming set. Double wings. They put Flaherty in motion. They pitch to him off the right side. He breaks it back up the middle. Good defense by the Blackcats, and a short gain there. They'll call it no gain. They'll spot it at the 25. And a big hit and another injury for the Blackcats. 75. I think they changed his jerseys. That's Kenny Couch. His normal number is 65, I think, but I think he got it all ripped up last week and they had to change his jersey. That's the word I got. 3rd down and 6. Hadler pitch straight ahead, breaks a tackle, runs over a man. Flaherty finally takes him down. Wow. Logan Thaxton. Wow, that was a power run there. He put his head down at the line of scrimmage, ran over the first man, and Ethan Flanagan finally able to drag him down at the 13-yard line. Hadler now comes set once again. 15 seconds on the play clock. Thaxton in motion once again. Straight up the middle, breaks the tackle, 10-5. Touchdown, Thaxton. Almost untouched for the 13-yard touchdown run by Thaxton. 7:20 to go in this one. 27-0 is your score as we await the extra point here by Burke. Hadler to hold. Good snap, gets it down. Chip shot is up and good. 7 minutes, 20 seconds to go in this one. 28-0 your score. All Perryville tonight. We'll step aside for 30 seconds and come back with more high school football right after this.
Are you one of the many Americans who undergo CPAP or BiPAP therapy? Replacing your supplies every 3 to 6 months is critical as bacteria will build up and worn-out straps cause leaks. Call Allied Medical Supply Network and speak to an expert agent who will set up a schedule for your supplies to be delivered right to your door at little or no cost to you. Call Allied Medical Supply Network today and rest easy.
Call 800-591-7186. That's 800-591-7186.
Line drives this one over the head of Parrish. Parrish stepped up on the ball at the 15-yard line, and Eli Burke drove it over his head through the back of the end zone, and Fredericktown will have it 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
That's a lot of leg strength right there. Did you see that?
That
One
was
step.
Big. That was big.
Kick.
Yep. That takes a lot of strength. He was a was he one that they swiped from the soccer team?
No. He's a football player.
Was he?
Yeah.
Was he?
But he spent a lot of time in the weight room.
Shotgun formation, trips to the far side, quick out to Karokis, gets it across the 20, 25, 30.
Oh, that was a great block out there on the edge. Did you see that on the other side of the field?
I did not. I missed it.
Wide receiver staying with his block.
33-yard line.
That's how you block out there on the edge. Number 11.
Looked
Who's
like
number 11?
Seth Lout.
That's an excellent job. That's a textbook block right there.
Clark Penuel, Noah Karokis, and Flanagan maybe to the near side. Quick pass to Flanagan, caught it to 30. Good block in there. He tries to get to the outside. Good pursuit by the defense. Excellent pursuit by the defense there. Flanagan caught the screen, had 2 blockers, Noah Karokis and Clark Penuel out there to block, and the pursuit came from behind him, able to trip him up after a gain of just 1. That was James Roden once again. Pursuit from behind. Shotgun formation now. That's Stockman off the right side. Breaks a tackle to the line of scrimmage. Gets out across the 35 to the 38. Braden Stockman on the carry. And Fredericktown needs to hustle it up here just to try to break this shutout here. Clark Penuel comes to the right side. Trips to the left. Quick hitter to Karokis. Gets the ball in the hands of him. Across the 40, 45. Breaks a tackle at the 50. Thrown out of bounds finally at the 46-yard line. Explosive guy right there. He must get it from his mother. Flanagan, Karokis, and Penuel come to the right side. 1 wide receiver to the left. That's Seth Lout. Stockman in the backfield with Rakeup. Fake the quick. Rakup going to keep it, tries to get to the outside, turns the corner at the 45, hit at the 45-yard line, falls forward to the 43. And good defense there by Perryville once again.
Logan Thaxton making it happen on the other side of the ball.
Logan Thaxton gets him a touchdown and makes a good play on defense here. No huddle offense once again. Trips to the left. Clark Peniel to the right. Shotgun formation. Quick throw out to Karokas and way over his head. Just not taking enough time to set your feet and take your time. Karokas wide open there, and that's a good game plan, but you got to mix it up a little more. Karokas very explosive, and getting the ball into his hands and Parrish and a few of those others, those good athletes should pay dividends, but unable to sustain enough, routine plays here. We got to update quickly. Cape Central extends their lead 26-21 over Farmington. 8:24 to go in that one. They've got a good football game going on down there. Next Friday night, back home in Farmington as the Poplar Bluff Mules come to town. Always a good football game when Farmington and Poplar Bluff gets together. We got a hydration timeout on the field. 5:32 to go in this one. 28-0 your score, and we'll come back in 30 seconds on Froggy 96.
I stole from my family, my friends, loved ones, everybody, and I ended up screwing them over.
If this sounds like you or someone you love, then it's time to call the Addiction Recovery Network. The Addiction Recovery Network ensures that everyone who calls receives the right treatment for anyone needing treatment for alcohol abuse, drug addiction, or dependence on prescription medications. Plus, ARN can tell you if your insurance will cover your treatment.
The people at ARN have the solution for you.
I called.
Make the free call now.
Are you behind on paying your mortgage? Is the bank threatening to take your home? Is your house underwater because you owe more on it than it's worth? Are you considering trying to get a loan modification on your own?
Did you know that less than 5% of the people that tried on their own actually got a modification? At the American Mortgage Assistance Center, we know the rules and regulations the banks don't want you to know about, and we've helped thousands of people stay in their homes. Are you struggling to keep up? Are you past due on your mortgage? If so, we can help. It doesn't matter if you've been turned down before or if you're currently getting the runaround from your lender. The consultation is free, and it only takes a few minutes to find out if we can help. And forget what you've been told. Your credit does not matter. So call us today and let's get your loan modified into one you can afford.
Call the American Mortgage Assistance Center today at 800-238-7060.
And welcome back to live action here. 5:32 to go in this one. Let's check some scores for you. We just told you, looks like Cape Central kicked a field goal. 26-21 is your latest score there. And we'll check some of the other scores for you. Central and Potosi, a great football game there. 28-20. Rakup throws to the far side. Oh, almost a great catch. The line barely got set there, and Rakup snapped the ball, threw it out to Noah Karokas at the inside the 40-yard line, about the 35-yard line. Karokas almost made a great catch there. Let's see. As I told you, Central Rebels, Potosi, 28-20. Potosi trying to come back in that one. North County still 30-7 over Festus. DeSoto shutting out Windsor, 35-0. Karokas again with the screen pass, gets a block. Almost a block in the back. Karokas again gets out across the 30, down inside the 30 to about the 27-yard line. He knows what to do with the football when he gets his hands on it, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. He sure does, and he's getting good blocks out there on the edge by his receiving corps as well. What do you think here? Quick screen to this side.
Well, they're all coming to this side. Ethan Flanagan wide out, Karokas in the middle, and Clark Peniel on the inside. Trips to the right, shotgun. Rakup looks, throws. Got a man wide open. Karokas, good screen there. Sidesteps a man. Down the sideline he goes. Finally knocked out of bounds at about the 5-yard line. Had blockers out in front of him. They found a way to give him the football once again, and down the sideline he went.
they've been giving them those flats all night long, and finally they were able to take advantage of it and for a big gain.
Get enough blockers out in front of you, and you get him out in the open. He's got a lot of speed. Shotgun formation once again. I said Bo Stockman, his boy, in the shotgun with Rakup. Rakup pulls it down, now tries to go forward. Hit, and no help there, and he's going to lose yardage back to about the 8-yard line.
He ran into a big green wall right there.
He sure did. Bo Stockman, Braden Stockman. Getting these old men mixed up with these kids. Another one will be after me. Stockman still in the game in the shotgun next to Rakup. They'll go 2 wide receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Rakup shotgun rolls to the right side looking for a man. Hit from behind. Stays on his feet. Still on his feet. Now he needs to get rid of the football, and he just tucks it. And he's going to be sacked all the way back at the 20-yard line. An excellent pursuit by the Perryville Pirates.
He's a sophomore, right?
Who's that?
Rakup.
Rakup is a sophomore.
I'll tell you what.
That's right.
And I know that was a big loss for them, but at the same time, my hat's off to him. You being a sophomore, being put in that situation, scrambling like that, and being able to tuck the ball away, because that could have been a big turnover right there.
He is their future, and they made a commitment last year to play him some, and, he's their starter. Now they've got a different quarterback in the game and a Wildcat there.
Ooh.
Quick screen out to the left side, incomplete. They lined up Seth Loud as the quarterback that time, a little Wildcat there, and tried to get a quick out once again to the far side, and nothing doing it.
Richerde is not one that you want to pick that, because he's got some wheels.
He gone. He going to take it to the house for 80 yards. 3:40 to go in this one. Now Farmington comes back, 27-26 your score with 6:30 to go in this one. Oh, wait a minute. Farmington's winning because they were losing 25. Yeah, they kicked the field goal and took the lead here. Wow.
Oh, got a big field goal attempt here.
If anybody can do it, this kid can. Snap back, ball down, blocked.
That's a live ball.
At the line of scrimmage.
That was a live ball.
Yeah.
That's a live ball. That's a live ball.
See what the referees say.
That's a live ball on a blocked field goal.
Referees saying no. Coach Ford wants an explanation for that. The referee's still signaling no. Coach Ford halfway out on the field. He wants to know what's going on here. Rakup, that's one they recruited from the soccer team, a pretty good athlete. Colton Jordan, pretty good athlete there, and they got him to kick field goals for him, and a pretty good one at that. And Coach Ford still wants an explanation for what's going on.
Well, that's a blown call by the officials right there.
Now they're talking about it at least.
An extra point, a blocked extra point is a dead ball, but a field goal is a live ball.
See if they give Fredericktown the touchdown here. Doesn't matter if the other team stopped playing or not. If it's a live ball and they pick it up and put it in the end zone, it's a touchdown. And Coach Ford is still out on the field. He is mad, and I don't blame him. He wants an explanation.
So they're going to replay the down.
Or was it, did they try to kick it on third down? No? Surely not. I'm confused. But Colton Jordan is teeing this one up at the Perryville Pirate 25-yard line here. And now Coach Boss wants to know what's going on. And so do I.
My guess is he missed the call. He did blow. I did hear a whistle blow. They're going to call an inadvertent whistle, and they're going to bring it back to the original spot and replay the down.
Coach Ford still wants to know. He's 10 yards out on the field. He wants an explanation. He wants to know what the heck's going on. And the referee's over here with Coach Boss. The referee blew the call. Now he's trying to figure out a way to fix it. Now he'll go over, maybe, and he will not.
I don't think he's going to go over there.
Coach Ford wants him to come over, and that's, to me, that's disrespectful if he doesn't go over and tell the other coach. You've got to talk to the other coach. You spent 5 minutes over here on this sideline with the Perryville coach. You've got to at least explain what you did here. 3:40 to go with this one, and Coach Chuck Ford giving the referee his peace of mind, and he's not happy, but he'll take it. And what we're going to have here is a 4th down and 19 field goal attempt by Colton Jordan. They'll spot it at the 25-yard line. See if he gets a chance to redeem himself here. This kid's got a great leg. A good snap, ball down. Sykes gets it down, and he pulls it to the left.
It had the distance. Dave, I saw him kick a 55-yarder in warm-ups.
Yeah, the kid can really pound the ball. He's got a great leg, and he's a good athlete, and he just jerked that one to the left. 3:39 to go in this one. We'll step aside for 30 seconds, come back for more.
Financing for a new home purchase. Our experienced and responsible team is here to help you. Stop by one of our locations today to speak to our team and ask about getting a new debit card with your school mascot. Our team will be sure to make things happen for you. First State Community Bank, success starts here. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Find us online at fscb.com. And remember, up to 100% financing available for qualified buyers.
Oh, man. Perryville takes over on down, trap back across the middle. Good job by the Fredericktown defense as they're going to sack tailback for a negative yardage, -2 for Perryville here. Now Hadler, 3:20 to go in this one. Tough break for Fredericktown. 4th down and 19. Colton Jordan attempted the extra point. Had plenty of leg on it, but pulled it to the left. So they stay off the board. Hadler goes under center. Pitch to the wing back. Thrown down behind the line of scrimmage once again at the 16-yard line. And it's number 22, Cook, on the carry. Clock continues to run now inside. 2:45 to go in this one. Referee sure taking his time setting that clock. Not that it really matters, but all night long he's let a lot of clock run off. And Perryville taking full advantage of it now with 2:30 to go in this one. Hadler goes under center. Puts a man in motion. Pitches to him. Oh, what a play. Sloan Hunter on the carry, and he was met there behind the line of scrimmage by number 64. That's Seth McDowell. Stood him up pretty well, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
A little textbook tackle. And now Perryville will be forced to punt on 4th down and 12. Derek Kern back at his own end zone to punt this away. And now another whistle comes in. Looks like Fredericktown wants a timeout. 1:50 to go in this one. We'll step aside for 30 seconds and come back with the final of this one. We'll check on some scores for you and be back in 30 seconds on Froggy 96.
Have you been denied credit or hit with high interest rates? A low credit score happens to many of us, especially if you've struggled with medical bills, divorce, student loans, job loss, and more. And millions of people are victims of incorrect items on their credit reports and don't even know it. This leads to a lower credit score. That's why you need to call Credit Repair Pros. We'll communicate with your creditors and the credit bureaus to address unfairly reported items, late payments, collections, charge-offs, and even bankruptcies. And that can lead to a higher credit score. Our proven process has resulted in past clients seeing on average significant improvements in their credit scores month after month. Start rebuilding your credit score today. Call now to start building a higher credit score to help you get the things you want, like a new car, new home, an education, or new job. Plus, call now and request your credit report and credit score for free in minutes.
Call 1-800-801-1804. That's 1-800-801-1804.
1:50 to go in this one. We got an update from Cape Central. Farmington trying to take one on the road. They lead by 1, 27-26. That game in the fourth quarter. Central and Potosi, 28-20. Central leads that one. Valley Catholic, 39-27 over Caruthersville. Caruthersville putting some points on the board there. Fourth down, and Kern stands back at his goal line to punt this one away. Noah Karokas stands at his own 50. High snap, gets it off, almost blocked. And a Braden Stockman going at it over here on the sideline with what's his name?
Richarde.
And they down it at the 35-yard line.
Oh, you even got me saying it wrong now. Richarde.
1st and 10 at the Perryville Pirate 35-yard line.
Dave, you're rubbing off on me.
Hey, man, I can swing you to my side eventually. You stick around with me long enough. Hillsboro 46-21 over St. Genevieve. That game late in the fourth. North County 36-7 over Festus, and DeSoto they shut out Windsor 35-0. Karokas goes in motion. Hands off to Karokas. Tries to step back up the middle, and good defensive pursuit there. Everybody did their job, held the line, and nowhere for him to go. Caleb Grimad sealed off that line on the far side. And Karokas had nowhere to go. He tried to turn it back up the field, met by Perryville Pirate defense. Now Karokas comes to the near side once again. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Seth Loud in there, hands off to the tailback straight ahead. Breaks a tackle at the line of scrimmage, gets down to about the 30-yard line. Going to gain about 5. Logan Bowling on the carry. I ain't going to say nothing about Darren. He's bigger than me. Shotgun formation once again. Hand off to Bowling once again. Cuts it up the right side. Still on his feet. Push forward inside the 28-yard line down to about the 26. He'll be close to a first down. He's going to be about a half a yard shy. Kenny Couch down on the field. And Logan Bowling trying to stretch it out also. He looks like he tweaked an ankle maybe or something, but Kenny Couch looks like he's got a cramp.
Yep.
35 seconds to go in this one. We'll take one final timeout here for some injuries, and we'll be back in 30 seconds on Froggy 96.
An important message for Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you receiving all the benefits available to you? Do you know there is money available to lower your Medicare prescription costs? Now's the time to find the coverage that's right for you at the right price. The way to do that is to explore your options. You can spend hours doing that yourself, or you can call Health Markets and let us do the legwork for you with no cost or obligation. We'll search a variety of plans from nationally recognized companies to find the coverage that's the best fit for you at a price that fits your budget, and we'll do it at no charge to you. Plus, you may be able to save money on prescriptions. We'll tell you if you qualify. Why pay a penny more than you have to for an insurance policy? Let us find you the right plan at the right price and see if you qualify to lower your prescription costs. Put our free service to work for you at no charge.
Call Health Markets today at 1-800-794-5149. That's 1-800-794-5149.
Also checked out of the game. Braden Stockman back in the game in the backfield. Seth Lout at quarterback here has been most of this fourth quarter. And he'll start from the shotgun formation with Braden Stockman behind him. Now they look for a play from the sideline. 1 wide receiver to the left, 3 to the right. Flanagan, Karokas, and Peniel. Seth Lout going to keep it straight ahead. Got a big hole, drives through it, runs over a man at the 15-yard line, gets down inside the 15, about the 13-yard line. We'll see where they spot that one. A good run by Seth Lout. Trips to the right once again. They'll set the clock and let it roll here with 25 seconds to go in this one. Seth Lout takes a snap, going to keep it once again. Goes off the left side for a short gain. And Fredericktown has 2 timeouts. I don't Not sure if they're trying to get in the end zone here, why they don't try to use them. But they are content to let this one roll. 8 seconds, 5. All Perryville here tonight. They win it 28-0. We'll be back to recap this one in 2 minutes on Froggy 96, 95.9 FM.
Are you one of the many Americans who undergo CPAP or BiPAP therapy? How often are you replacing your masks and hoses? Replacing your CPAP or BiPAP supplies every 3 to 6 months is critical for effective therapy. Bacteria can build up, making you sick, and worn-out straps can cause leaks and can be just plain uncomfortable. Let Medical Supply Helpline make it easy. Call Medical Supply Helpline now to speak with an expert agent who will determine which supplies you need and set up a schedule for your fresh brand name supplies to be delivered right to your door right when you need them. Shipping is absolutely free, and you may even qualify to receive supplies at no cost to you. That's right. There's no driving around town or remembering when to order. Call Medical Supply Helpline today and rest easy.
Call 800-604-3556. That's 800-604-3556.
Apparently Coach Ford was trying to get a timeout over there on the sideline. They're going to give it to him, so we'll have at least one more play here as Fredericktown has still 2 times. They didn't take their timeouts. They only had 2. Shotgun formation for Seth Light. Trips to the right, 1 to the left. He takes a snap, back to pass, throws across the middle quickly to Clark Piniel, close to the end zone. Touchdown, Fredericktown, and they break the shutout. 4 seconds to go in this one. Clark Piniel, Seth Lout hit him there on the goal line, and Piniel able to get in and break the shutout at least with 4 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. And Colton Jordan will attempt the extra point here. Sykes to hold.
Well, that's the quickest they've spotted the ball all night long.
Colton Jordan, a line drive kick. He gets it up over barely, a line driver just barely over the crossbar. And with 4 seconds to go in this one, we'll at least have a kickoff. 28-7 now. Fredericktown gets off the shutout. And we'll be back in 30 seconds on Froggy 96.
Attention pain sufferers. If you have back, knee, foot, wrist, neck, or even joint pain caused by arthritis, then you need to call the number on your screen and talk to Pain Relief Solutions. Our friendly agents will tell you about your options for pain relief. If you have Medicare or private insurance, we have programs that may cover the supplies you need to get pain relief at little or no cost to you. Call right now so you can get your pain relief solutions fast. We're available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to help you with your pain relief needs.
They gave Fredericktown the timeout, put 10 seconds back on the clock. One play, Seth Louts hits Clark Piniel over the middle for a touchdown. The extra point is good, and Fredericktown gets off the shutout here. So 28-7 now your score, and Jordan will be kicking the ball away from his own 40-yard line. This is only the second time that he kicked off the ball in the second half, and he kicked off the ball right here, and he gets a high kick taken at the 25-yard line. Desjardins runs around with it. Now he's going to sit down at his own 15-yard line. Down there, and clock runs out, and finally that does it. 28-7 the final here in Perryville. The Perryville Pirates whoop up on the Fredericktown Blackcats, and we'll come back to recap this one. Check all the scores from around the area on the postgame show on Froggy 96, 95.9 FM.
This has been Fredericktown Blackcat football on KDKZ Channel 18. Be sure to watch this game anytime for free at kdkz18.com.